Order! 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 Number 39 to the collection point. Number 39. Will the right honourable gentleman collect his order?
So I guess you're wondering how I got here. I'm sorry, do you not know who I am? I'm only the most famous unelected politician of the last 10 years. No, not this trust. Technically, she was elected by her party. I am the most infamous person to have gone to Specsavers. The most infamous person to have given a Rose Garden address. That had no business doing so. I am the most famous person to visit Barnard Castle. That's right, I'm Cummings. Dominic Cummings. You could say I've changed a little bit since leaving politics, but... in my prime, I was actually voted most likely to wear sportswear in number 10. Yeah, my yearbook had some weird categories, didn't it? Fall from grace is obviously quite far in my line of work. Funnily enough, spin was all about preventing a fall from grace. You see, my job was to...
Sorry, can I get my chicken nugget?
Fuck off, I'm monologuing! My job was to take a situation and make them seem less horrific than they were. It's quite fun, actually. It's all about illusion. Kind of like this job, really. Like I'm trying to convince these people that these chicken nuggets even have any chicken in them. But no, you do reach a part of your career where you find someone that you know will make and break you. A good example being every positive has a negative. Like, you catch COVID, test positive, which is pretty negative, but you get time off work, which is pretty positive. A bad example, I guess, because you could die, and the positive and the negative are mishmashed. So, I knew that I'd aligned myself with someone that would change the world. It was him. The golden ticket winner, the great Alexander Boris de Pfeffel Johnson, arguably the most famous blonde person since Marilyn Monroe. Oh, not to mention he had a political career that spanned about the length between David Cameron's ears, which is quite far, actually. But no, Boris was your average politician. He played with words. He knew how to not tell the truth. But most importantly, he had dirt on everyone. Well, I mean, more dirt than the bin men. Well, of course, they are on strike, so that makes sense. But no, he did do one thing that no other politician before him ever did do. He used his wit, his charisma, his enthusiasm to charm the voters. To the opposition and his party alike, he was someone worth caring about. Like him or hate him, he is inevitable, and he's here to stay.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of total devastation. Take a look, and you'll see into his imagination. We'll begin with some spin. Give the voters fictionalization. What you see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, you better be rich and Tory. Now Sexism just a little bit horny. Wants to change the world, well, that's his story.
There is no I know that compares to his imagination. Come with me, and you'll see the frustration.
dexterous, a little bit horny. Want to change the world? Well, that's my story. I won't lie, no, that guy lasted more than David or Teresa. Take a look and you'll see there is no one great as me. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Excuse me, McDonald's man. Why is it called the Bullshit Factory?
Why is it called the Bullshit Factory?
Yes.
Are you joking? Boris has spent his entire life creating this perfect mix of pompous buffoonery, intimidation politics, and, well, in fact, he's actually never had a relationship with the truth. It's not new. In fact, it never has been. He's spent his whole life thinking that his first word was bullshit.
What do you want to be when you grow up, Boris?
World King! Hey! What do you think you're doing? Run along, little one. This is big boy stuff. Little boys like you wouldn't understand big boy things like this. You're not mature enough. Now go away, poo-poo head. You can't do that! I'm playing Richard III in the school play, so I can do whatever I want to the pillars on stage.
Why are you sticking your lines to the pillars on stage? Don't you already know them?
I'm going to stick them so I can run around and catch up with everyone else. Have you ever read Richard III? It's so dry.
But you study classics!
Oh, run along, little one. I hear that our school has got some new pigs in the courtyard. Maybe go play with them, you swine.
This is the last you've heard of David Cameron!
Hello, Telegraph readers. Boris Johnson here. I'm writing about all of the foie and bazooka moments with Blair. Although Blair isn't what everyone's talking about, it's that time again where the totty meter has gone off as a young woman delegate mounts the rostrum. Ooh, these fickle women have got me and Blackpool buzzing. Ooh. Right, I once went on Question Time and I was asked to say if whether gay marriage was okay, and I was uncertain on the issue. I saw no reason in principle why a union should be not consecrated between 3 men as well as 2 men, or indeed 3 men and a dog. Was that the remark which cheesed them off, or was it the time when I said that among the factors responsible for the Paddington Railway disasters?
Oh, you lie. You listen, move it. Tell me, do you think I'm dumb? I might be young, but I ain't stupid. Talking round in circles with your tongue. You gave me bass, you gave me sweet talk. Saying how you're number 1. I know you lie. Your lips are moving. Tell me, do you think I'm dumb?
What a relief it must be for Blair to get out of England. It is said that the Queen has come to love the Commonwealth as it provides her with flag-waving crowds of pickaninnies. For now, the AK-47s will fall silent, and the pangas will stop their hacking of human flesh, and the tribal warriors will break out into watermelon smiles as they watch the big white chief touch down in his big white British taxpayer-funded bird. Oh, yes, I'm thrilled to be vice chair of this incredible party, and of course, Shadow Arts Minister. I intend to support the arts and do right by them.
Mr. Mayor, are the rumors true? Have you gotten one of your employees pregnant and subsequently she has had to have an abortion?
That is complete balderdash and an inverted pyramid of piffle. I can assure party leader Michael Howard that claim is totally untrue. Cheers.
We're so sorry to see you go. You're practically one of the family.
Yeah, I have been propelled by the talents of everyone here at the magazine. Like a fat German tourist is propelled to the summit of Everest by a much more superior alpinist.
How have you found working with her?
There, well, you know what they say. Pat her on the bottom and send her on her way. Come here, sweetheart. Keep telling me lies. Keep telling me sweet, sweet lies. Keep telling me lies. Keep giving me highs. Keep giving me sweet, sweet highs. Keep telling me lies.
When I look at London, I don't just see the greatest financial and cultural centre on earth. I also see a place that's fantastically open and tolerant and cosmopolitan, an example to the rest of the planet. But I believe London can be greater still. And when I become mayor, it will be safer, more openly administrated, it will be cleaner and easier to move around in. In order to make that change, it's vital that you vote for me, Boris Johnson, as mayor.
As Mayor of London, I intend to support our children. I believe that children are the future. Teach me well and let me lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess.
Look, I'm trying to make it double. Yeah. What's he doing it?
Eddie Redmayne, is that you?
Just forget the drink, I've got to go.
I go to the point.
It's of course true that I do indeed love this country. I can't find the words to express it. I feel like I'm an old typewriter where one or more keys come forward at once and I get jammed. But I will reflect it in my actions as a professional and dedicated politician. Thank you. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies, tell me lies. Oh no, you can't disguise. Tell me lies, tell me lies. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Oh.
Mr. Mayor, is it true you can play guitar?
Yes, I'm a total rock star, man.
Mr. Mayor, is it true that you've been having an affair with Jennifer Curry, the American business entrepreneur who received UK business startups?
Affairs aren't really my style. I can't really say that I know her. She's based in California anyway.
Sorry, are you saying that she received government funding and isn't even based in the UK?
I can categorically say that I will not be running as an MP while holding the position of Mayor of London. How many times must I say this?
You're right, sir. You already said you wouldn't. 17 times.
Yes, there's as much chance of me being reincarnated as an omelette. Yes. Oh. Britain now has the opportunity to become its own entity. As they say in that Mel Gibson film, freedom! Our business will remain the quintessentially British business, in or out of the EU. I'm sorry I'm late, by the way. We need to take back control of South East trains. Taking back control is the key, my friends, and that's why I believe, as I believe it right, that you should vote to leave the EU. Oh no! Oh, I'm so sad to see David Cameron go. I've always supported him, even when we were younger. I now hope to lead your government through this and deliver Brexit. It's harder than it looks, okay?
Please welcome the next British Prime Minister, Theresa May.
I'm humbled to be given the opportunity to be Foreign Secretary. Theresa May made the best decision in all of her time as PM.
She's only been PM for 2 days.
Well, yes, but bloody good show having me.
What do you hope to achieve as Foreign Secretary?
Well, the United States of America... The US will be at the front of the queue.
What about those you've insulted, Mr. Johnson?
Well, I intend to work with more than just the West. There was a young fellow from Ankara who was a terrific wankerer, till he sowed his wild oats with the help of a goat, but he didn't even stop to thank her.
What about Russia?
Oh, well, Putin is a ruthless and manipulative tyrant, despite looking like Dobby the house elf.
Order!
Now on to the Foreign Secretary. What is being done about Nazanin Zaghari Ratcliffe's arrest and detainment in Iran?
Well, it's clear that magazine guitar hero Daniel Radcliffe was simply teaching people journalism.
The UK government has no doubt that she was on holiday in Iran when she was arrested last year, and that was the sole purpose of her visit.
So is there a possibility you could become Prime Minister?
I think that is vanishing. I mean, I've about as much chance of being reincarnated as an olive.
So why would you say that? Because politics is nothing
being
if not
blinded by a champagne.
But it's nothing if not ambition. Why couldn't you think about being Prime Minister? You could if you wanted to.
Well, I suppose I could. I mean, as you've already pointed out, I could be President of the United States.
Yeah, well, I guess.
You know, there's no, you know, technically speaking, but you know, I think there are limits to the credulity of our audience. You know, that's what I was saying.
You think the hair is holding you back? Honestly.
Please welcome the new Tory leader and Prime Minister, receiving 92,153 votes, Boris Johnson.
Thank you. Yes, it's me. I'm here to do it. And we will do it. What is it we will do, I hear you ask? Well, I am to follow the mantra that has just gone before me. In case you've forgotten it. It's you know, the thing that is to deliver Brexit, unite the country and defeat Jeremy Corbyn. And I know that some wag has pointed out that deliver, unite and defeat is not a great acronym for an election campaign, as it unfortunately spells dud. But you did vote for it. And also, you're forgetting what the final E means, my friends. E for energize. So to all who doubted, I say, dude, we are here to get Brexit done. Thank you.
So, that's what happened, and it's all the truth, like every last bit of it. So, now that you see what we're actually dealing with, you can also see that it's quite hard to make this shit up. But, of course, we'll try.
People this morning might have seen in their newspapers a story about the Brexit bongs at Big Ben.
Bongs,
Do you think there should be bongs on?
Well, the bongs cost £500,000 because
very costly bongs.
Yeah, but we're working up a plan so that people can bung a bomb for a Big Ben bomb. We're working up a plan. Big Ben bomb. Everybody, there's a Big Ben. Everybody, Big Ben bomb. Bongs cost £500,000.
Now on to the Prime Minister. What do you make of what's happening on the left?
I don't see anything.
No, I'm referring to your counterparts on the left.
You mean Sharon?
Sir, I'm speaking about Labour.
Oh yes, well we got the flat done recently, and the labour on the left side was far more than the labour on the right side.
You don't seem to be taking this seriously.
I resent that comment. You act like I'm standing here like some bumbling, baffled buffoon.
Right.
Yes, correct.
Yes, I am correct.
Yes, the right is always correct.
Sir, you can't have a press conference and not actually say anything. You seem to be having your cake and eating it too.
Well, my policy on cake has always been pro having it and pro eating it. Thank you. Next question.
Hi, Boris. Rupert M. White Man Weekly.
Oh, excellent to see you again.
Yeah, so our readers, they're wondering, what are you planning on doing about the ongoing bushfire crisis in Australia?
Well, my friends, I have discovered that there are no disasters, only opportunities. And indeed, opportunities for fresh disasters.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, Boris. Jenna Eric Woman from Weaker Sex Weekly.
Ah, Jen Eric Woman. Nice to meet you.
Our readers really like reading about the important things, so we have to ask for a hair tutorial vlog.
Oh, yes, I am on it right now with my Home Office Minister, Priti Patel. As you're aware, she's a woman.
Of course, we continue to applaud your diversity.
Thank you. Next question.
When do you want them, sir, from the weekly work?
Oh, I can't hear you, I'm deaf.
Prime Minister, I urge you to advise us. What are you doing about the upturn in the rise of cost of living and the developing inequality between the lower and upper classes?
Well, I don't believe that economic equality is possible. Indeed, some form of inequality is great for the spirit of envy and keeping up with the Joneses. That is a valuable spur for economic activity. Thank you.
Let you listen to the entirety of this last midday chime for some time.
I think that went really well.
No, it didn't. You got confused about the left. You said that you had a policy on cake and that you were releasing a hair tutorial. Is anything that you just said just the truth?
Truth is in the ear of the beholder. What is a lie but a truth that is yet to come true? If you want to find out what's true, then stick around. But the bit about cake is unequivocally true. And I'm going to get cake.
Sir, you've got a Cobra.
The beer? Oh, excellent. Cobra and cake. What a dream afternoon.
No, sir, Cobra security meeting.
Will there be beer?
No. There won't be cake either.
Oh. Well, then I simply can't afford to go. I've got a wife to get pregnant.
Sir, she's not your wife.
Isn't she? So hard to keep track.
So, no Cobra then?
No, simply can't at all. There's enough snakes in Parliament without a whole committee dedicated to them.
I'll let the Cabinet know.
Yes.
So you see, he really is a fucking idiot, isn't he? But he is a parasite that knows how to keep on living. And of course, a big part of that is who he surrounds himself with. You see, Boris has this inner circle, kind of like a group of people that get together on weekends to play Cards Against Humanity.
Free healthcare for no one.
Ireland isn't that bad.
I hate Russians!
Yeah, so, you see, what actually makes this group special is that they want in on Boris's factory. They want his golden ticket. And, well, he is untouchable, and of course they are, not to quote Boris talking about some of his female co-workers, of course, but they are very touchable. And they want his golden ticket bad. The three of them, kind of like the Scooby-Doo gang.
Raggy, zoinks! Jinkies, I'm gay!
But with more diversity and less believable. Firstly, there's Gove. I know I said diversity, and he is a middle-class white man. Born in Aberdeen, arguably the greyest city on the planet. Only briefly adding some colour, though, when he drops his little white baggie on the way to the club. You see, he's a stand-up comic type. And no, I wish I was joking that time, but unfortunately, that is the truth.
It was Adolf Hitler.
Like Charles, a fan of classical architecture. Like Charles, a hater of metropolitan life and a lover of the countryside. And like Charles, a keen supporter of population control. Charles through contraception, Adolf through extermination. And of course, they're both German. There is one difference, however. When Adolf's wife tried to commit suicide, she succeeded.
Yeah, his university friends said they never saw him in politics, and neither did I, but here we are. His Tory upbringing was affirmed when his parents sent him to private school, and bizarrely like Boris, Michael Gove isn't his actual name. It's really Graham Andrew Logan. And with a name like that, it's quite obvious that he is a Scot. Yes, he is a haggis-munching, proclaimer-listening Scot. Yet he is a no for independence. He does think that Scotland should be his stamping ground, though. Weirdly, elsewhere in the UK, he has previously stated that the Good Friday Agreement should be ripped up and that the United Kingdom should go back to fighting the IRA. He's also stated the way the United Kingdom had dealt with Northern Ireland had encouraged Islamic terrorism. Yes, he seems to be one for war, this one. In fact, he's actually stated that war
is the closest thing to a British foreign policy success.
Now, if that's what he thinks of success, then I dread to know how he feels about the current Russian offensive. Ironically, he's in charge of levelling up now. And I know that sounds like some kind of gamer's fantasy, but it is actually, in fact, about reducing the imbalances, primarily economic, between social groups and areas across the UK. There are currently 2.5 million users of food banks in the country right now, so that's obviously going well. Next, you of course have Priti Patel. Priti Patel. Priti Patel. Yes, Home Secretary, and nothing normal about this one. In fact, she once spat venom across the House of Commons and no one batted an eyelids. I actually heard a story once that her and Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab were sat round a table saying, "Can you pass some more Polish, please?"
Yeah, would you like some Bangladeshi sauce with that?
I mean, it would make sense. Her Undersecretary post is constantly re-advertised, and they have to have been going somewhere. You see, the problem with Priti is that she doesn't realise she's responsible for getting rid of the one thing she was given when her family came to the UK. She's the kind of person that would send Bob, the Bulgarian builder, back to where he came from and then complain that British builders are shit. Rishi Sunak. Yes, the richest Chancellor in British history. He does random shifts at Wagamama's to tell you that he's down to earth, yet he doesn't know how to scan a can of Coke, or let alone how to pay for such a trivial item. His main goal in life is to appeal to the blue-collar worker, while simultaneously getting them to vote for him. In fact, he tries so hard that he literally wears a blue collar. Oh wait, no, that is in fact his tie. You see, Rishi wears the thinnest blue tie in politics. This is of course to make up for the fact that he's only 5'6". That would make him shorter than the last 5 Prime Ministers. A little bit of little man syndrome? He's the wee man in politics. He is, however, worth 5 million for every centimetre of his body. Imagine that. That makes his little finger worth the same amount as 6,666,666.67 Greggs sausage rolls. A devilish amount of them, really. Him and his wife have a combined fortune of around 730 million, most of which is hers, but I'm not really sure that he knows that. Though it does mean that he is worth more than the London Eye, St. Paul's Cathedral, and the Windsor Castle combined. Notice again, however, how these are all things that are taller than him. So, that is Boris's inner circle, the bullshit makers, the fabricators, and the rule breakers. And then, of course, you have his minions, who are the backbenchers. They're so far away that you can hardly see them, and in fact, they don't even know what goes on in the bullshit factory. And you may ask, how do I know this? Well, it's my job to know this. You see, I know their weaknesses, I know their few but genuine strengths, and that is what's going to give me my golden ticket and keep me driving down this road with bad eyesight longer than the rest of these idiots. Sir, you have a cabinet meeting in 10 minutes.
Oh, that sounds like a very small place to host a meeting.
No, sir, not a meeting in the cabinet, a meeting with your cabinet.
Oh, I don't suppose it's got much to say, it's just full of suits.
God's sake. Boris, you have a meeting with the MPs who are on your payroll that you've assigned cabinet roles to.
Oh, yes, my friends. Well, you should have just said it was a party. That would have made much more sense.
Sir, you have a cabinet party in 5 minutes.
Oh, right, yes. Well, now that sounds like IKEA. Get it? Cabinet part?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
No, put it away.
Oh, I'm late. Excuse me.
Oh, no need to apologise.
I didn't. I don't think I ever have.
You've arrived before Brexit, so only as late as that.
Oh, excellent humour. Do you want a raise? Actually, how long has it been since we last had a raise? Who's in the Treasury at the moment? Can we sort that out?
But where would we get the money to pay for that?
Any ideas? There must be something we can put a tax on.
And no, I won't be paying tax on my second home.
Oh, yes.
I don't even legally live in this country.
Oh, that is the way to do it.
No, seriously, there must be something we can tax. Something stupid that no one's thought of.
How about sanitary products?
No, there's already a tax on those.
Oh, and besides, none of us use those anyway. Ugh!
What about Preeti?
Can we put a tax on her?
No, that's not what I meant.
Oh, you mean immigrants?
No, I meant doesn't she use sanitary products?
Did you just call me an immigrant?
No, but seriously, we need to find a new tax. Come on, think of something.
Oh, how about human rights? People use those every day.
Well, no, now that we've left the EU, we won't be needing those anymore.
Yes. Well, any more bright ideas? Shall I just increase the national insurance again?
Yes, let's just do that.
No.
Yes. Thank you.
Hey!
Oh.
Sir, you've got another Cobra.
Oh, yes, excellent. Nothing like a beer to lighten up a meeting.
No, sir. Cobra security meeting. It's to do with the SARS virus in Wuhan.
Oh, that sounds foreign. Wuhan.
Yeah, it is. It's in China.
Oh, well, then I'm sure the Home Office has got a handle on it.
Sir, you see, I'm not quite sure that's a good idea. You see, Liz Truss has described the whole situation as, well, China being an acute threat. In fact, she just stood there awkwardly after talking about cheese factories waiting for an applause. She's not a woman, really.
Well, what's your opinion on this Wuhan thing, then?
It's going to be a big threat.
Oh, well, is it serious?
Absolutely.
Oh, well, then I'm sure Liz Truss has a handle on it. Excellent.
7th of September, but never before has Big Ben fallen silent for so long. Not during war, not during previous repairs. So we're going to let you listen to the entirety of this last midday chime for some time.
Okay, Boris, so obviously do this here, I suppose. We're going to go through your speech. This is for you just to look back on a bit later and practice.
Yes.
I'll tell you what the journalist's going to say, okay?
Okay, yes. Okay. I'm proud to be your Prime Minister, and I will deliver my promises. I promise to deliver Brexit, and I will. Like a midwife, I will deliver. Deliver. You know what my favourite song from a musical is? Deliver Us, from The Prince of Egypt. Do you know what my favourite film is? Deliverance. It's not. Do you know what my favourite TV show is? Well, actually, it's Peppa Pig. I just love how she looks like a hairdryer, like a sort of Picasso-style hairdresser. Have you been to Peppa Pig World? Oh, sorry, hairdryer. Have you been to Peppa Pig World? Hand up if you've been. Well, not enough. It's excellent. It has very safe streets, discipline in schools, and heavy emphasis on mass transit, even if they are a little bit stereotypical about Daddy Pig.
Okay, so the journalist is going to say, Boris, are you going to deliver the 350 million to the NHS that you said you'd deliver on the side of the big red bus?
Well, my friends, we will indeed need to discover that together as I try to deliver Brexit. Let's get Brexit done.
A strong speech.
You could have just said no.
Delivery for Boris Johnson.
Oh, yes, that's me. Give it here.
Well, biggest Brexit.
Oh, that was easy.
Oh, you're right. Good luck, big man.
Oh, Dominic, this Brexit is a fucking disaster. What am I going to do?
Have you asked the chat yet?
Oh, yes. Good idea. Oh, this is ridiculous. I won't get anyone to agree with my Brexit policy if I can't come up with something good.
Well, that is how you managed to get rid of Theresa May.
Oh, well, I thought it was when we did that meme about her name sounding like that shampoo brand. Theresa May.
No, we told her that if she would dance to some ABBA music at a party conference, she'd look down with the kids.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yes.
Well, what are you planning on doing about Brexit?
Well, yes, Carrie's making hash browns, bacon rolls, and gin and tonics.
What?
Oh, sorry, did you not say breakfast?
No.
Oh. Oh.
You've got to do something that will look like Jeremy Corbyn was right.
Oh, yes, the EU are so mean. I keep asking to be part of their trade thingy, and they keep saying no.
Yeah, you've got to be a member of the EU for that.
Oh, could we do that?
No, that's not something that we can do, sir.
Oh, shame. Oh.
Well, whatever you try to do, it's going to be hard to get the majority of MPs to vote for whatever Brexit deal you attempt to pass.
So, what if I didn't? And I just did it anyway? Shut down Parliament and pushed it through?
That doesn't sound legal.
It's like that bit in Deliverance where the postman is delivering the post to the person, even though the world is burning around him.
I don't think you've remembered that film right. Also, before I forget, you've got 5th Cobra conference today. You know, it was great for you to join us. You have missed the first 4, so this time maybe you could actually show up.
I don't like snakes.
So by that point, we probably should have realised that we were cascading headfirst towards the pits of hell, and I'm sure you know the rest of the story, but here's a refresher.
Now turning overseas, today British Prime Minister Boris Johnson made an extraordinary move to force through his Brexit plan. He got Parliament suspended until mid-October. Elizabeth Palmer reports on the outrage that followed.
To also declare the prorogation of Parliament, desire the presence
of this honourable House.
However, a normal prorogation. It is not difficult, it is not standard, it's one of the longest for decades, and it represents, not just in the minds of many colleagues, but huge numbers of people outside, an active executive fiat. Mr. Stewart, if you don't like it, you're perfectly entitled to your view. I couldn't give a flying flamingo what your view is. Thank you very much indeed.
Brexit means Brexit, and we are going to make a titanic success of it.
There is no going back from this.
Expectations have been upended. Our nation's destiny changed.
Some people are now saying that was wrong.
We can try to muddle through and hope for the best.
Brits don't quit.
I believe we now have a glorious opportunity.
Come with me, and together, let's seize the day.
Please, I have a child! Please.
Well, the British people have made their decision. We must respect that result.
But I do not think it would be right for me to try to be the captain that steers our country to its next destination.
Face the opportunities ahead of us. Our shared interests and ambitions can bring us together.
So, that's what everyone saw. But behind the scenes, there were endless amounts of treachery and debauchery in the halls of Whitehall. Not to mention the party atmosphere getting everyone through. But you see, the thing with Boris always has been a little bit more sinister than some Edam, Chateau Neuf du Pape and a boogie to ABBA. You see, the thing with Boris always has been for his survival instinct to outweigh his actual skill. The moment something goes slightly wrong, he'll get rid of you to save himself. He is still in charge of the factory. And, well, once you're past your sell-by date, you'll be gone faster than that diet book from January. Sir, your wife was on the line.
Oh, really? Which one?
You only have one currently.
I don't know anymore.
Something to do with wallpaper?
Oh, tell her it's on the taxpayer. It doesn't matter.
Sure. By the way, they're saying that you broke the law closing Parliament for Brexit.
People say all sorts of things. Doesn't mean anyone remembers it. Remember people said that Tony Blair broke the war, broke the rules for the war in Iraq? Who remembers that now?
Sir, it says here that he was tried in court for that.
Oh, well, quite right too. Can't have politicians thinking they can break the law.
Well,
except for me, of course.
We've got to do something. Something big, something distracting, something that'll divert attention.
Oh, well, I've already used my Peppa Pig speech.
Not that, something, well, how about we try to push a different issue?
Oh, well, what do you suggest?
Nicola?
Oh, yes. What about Scotland? It's shit up there. It's full of sheep and that shouting woman.
Yes, Nicola.
No, I'm Boris. The shouting woman is Nicola.
Well, what do you suppose we should do?
I know. Well, we stir shit up. Tell them Iron Brew's English. Take away all their haggis. I know. I won't let them have a referendum.
No, we've already done that, sir.
Oh. Well then, what else then?
Gove.
Oh yes, yes. I should have given him the Department of Energy. He's always got a lot of energy after having a wee line.
He's got so much hot air that he'd give UK Wind Power a run for their money.
Yes, and he's Scottish, and he's mental.
Oh, he is fucking mental. You know, he does that weird thing where he autocorrects his verbal diarrhea halfway through a sentence.
Oh, yes. So, I say we send him on a night out. He loves a big one. And then in the morning we get him doing some press for us. It'll remind Scotland who's in charge there. It'll give me a chance to assert my dominance and to sack Gove. Ha ha!
So I don't think it'll look too good sacking a member of your cabinet for your party.
Why? It'll remind the party who's in charge too.
No, sir, I didn't mean for it to go this far. I was just saying maybe give him a...
I'm already on the phone to him. Hello? Gove! How are you?
How goes it? I'm doing all right.
Oh, you know, just pretending to do things, lifting little red briefcases, calling Jeremy Corbyn a cunt.
Oh, those stupid lefty libraries. I mean, liberals. Autocorrect.
Yeah.
So, what have you phoned me for?
Well, I thought you deserved some time off, me old chum. You know, it must take a lot of energy doing whatever it is that you do, and a lot of effort being as shit as you are.
Very good one.
Yes, so I say go up to Aberdeen and have a big night out, and then in the morning you can do some press for us. You can remind Scotland, as a Scot...
I'm Michael, not Scott.
Okay. And then it can remind Scotland that we are dominant there, and also they can forget about that poison dwarf, Nicky Salmon.
Sturgeon.
Oh, no thank you, I'm more of a cod man.
So, I get a night out and press. Will it all be on expenses?
Do I own a second home?
No, but seriously, will it all be on expenses?
Okay, off you go.
Oh, the button's coming off, baby! Oh, God, he's back! Oh, look at his back move! You know, they let me in for free! Oh, I'm like you, peasants! Oh, okay. That's a bit much. Oh,
Miss this if you can do this.
oh.
Are you good at morning? Are you good at morning? Don't need to miss this if you can do this.
Morning, need you on BBC Breakfast at 8:45. Remember, you're there to make everyone feel connected. Remember, connect with the Commodores, walk with the wankers, link with the lefties.
Bozza, I'm off my nut. My autocorrect doesn't work when I'm like this. Oh, help me.
Oh, don't worry. Dominic Cummings has delivered this earpiece to your door. Yes, and I'll be on the other end. It'll all be fine.
Are you ready to go?
Boris, can you hear me?
Overly loud and very unclear.
And can I hear you?
Yes, you can.
I'm nervous, Boris.
Welcome to BBC Breakfast. Later on today, we'll ask what happened to the rabbits in the garden, what did Keir Starmer put on his toast, and who stole the BBC Breakfast autocue script. Currently, we are joined by Minister of Silly Wanks, Michael Gove. Welcome, Michael.
What's that?
Speak normally, you clown.
Speak normally, you clown.
Apologies, it was an issue with the autocue script. Mr. Gove, tell us, the Prime Minister said that...
Balderdash, I was clear at making my points.
Now, the Prime Minister was very clear at making his point.
Yes, you tell him, Govey boy. Tell him about the meeting.
We had a meeting in order to discuss
Make sure they can hear your vowels.
We were looking at ideas in order to improve...
Don't let the letter P feel left out.
Pressure on proper public people, potential processing, predicted problems periods that...
Don't forget you're there to connect with the Scottish.
Which doesn't say much to wounds and quines, that nay.
Make it sound bigger.
Like an emergency budget.
Now sound like a normal person.
Which is what some people immediately thought that we did.
I see. So, what you're saying is that...
Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, I've never seen anybody do the things you do before. I say, move for me, move for me, move for me, When you're done, you better do it all again.
It is an example of some commentators chasing the tails between their legs and trying to make a statement that is...
Too many real words, confusing with bullshit.
An exclamation of common sense still turning it into a...
appeal to the Americans watching.
Major capital letters in the story, which is when the Treasury quite rightfully say...
Make the Treasury sound working class.
Calm down. Instead of recognising that they've overinflated the story in the first place, they then say...
like Gollum from Star Wars. Now sound connected.
Someone like Ed Davey.
Who the fuck is Ed Davey?
I think I worked with him once.
Oh, all right, don't give me his school report.
He is an excellent young politician with a drive to fight this sort of thing
Finish with some poetry for the wankers.
He steps into this media whirlpool, swirling black and white, and like a Michelin star winner attempts to stir it even further.
Mr. Gove, we seem to be getting a story in that apparently you have been sacked.
What? Boris! What's about me being sacked?
Are you? Oh no!
You got me off my nut and sent me in for an interview!
Oh, I don't know. I think it'll be reported differently.
This is a dastardly move, Boris. You're unfit to lead. You should resign!
That is not going to happen, Chipmunk Cheeks. You are the one who is going to resign. You are a mess. You always have been.
But you can't do this.
I already sent the press release.
Well, thanks for joining us today, Mr. Gove. Best of luck with the rest of your career. I hear Strictly is looking for people.
What? Oh no! The Tory's been enough of me! I'm starting it! Does that what I look like? I'm ugly!
Another night of chaos and unrest as anger over police killings spread to every corner of the country. Penetrating the heart of political power in Washington, D.C., security agents used tear gas to push protesters away from the White House. New York's iconic streets were littered with the debris of rage over the death of George Floyd, but also giving vent to years of festering frustration with police mistreatment of African Americans.
In much of the Democratic Party, it's now fashionable to say that America is racist. That is a lie. America is not a racist country.
Let's do it. Right now, I just need you to get real loose. Get comfortable. Grab your loved ones, or grab your love partner. And if you're by yourself, no worries. Just follow after me. Gonna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with me. Hold down and get into it.
For the second night in a row, protests across London. Over the weekend, police officers facing serious backlash for arresting women at a peaceful, unauthorized vigil in memory of Sarah Everard, the 33-year-old marketing executive found murdered last week. The suspect, 48-year-old Wayne Cousins, an elite police officer.
Don't trust the police, no justice, no peace. They got me face down in the middle of the street. Pistol.
So this policing thing's going to be a big issue.
Yes, I don't really understand it. The American police are racist, and suddenly our boys in blue are too.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the crested dick and the Sarah Everard thing.
Haha, dick. Oh, and who's she?
Sarah Everard? She was a young woman who was killed by the police.
Oh, yikes. Well, I don't see why that's my problem. I just
It's
know
your
that.
problem because as soon as there's pressure on Dick, it all comes back to you.
Pressure on Dick. Come back.
God's sake.
Oh, I know. At the next party, can you and Cummings come together? No, wait. Yeah. Come together. So Dick and Cummings.
Listen, Boris. All I'm trying to say is...
Also, what's Ed Balls up to? Imagine it. The full set. Dick, Balls and Cummings.
Boris, I'm serious. You're not going to survive this policing thing if you don't do anything.
Okay, well, what do you suggest?
How about a press conference?
Oh, but I hate those. That's so hard for me. They always ask me hard questions.
Not for you.
They are hard for me.
No, the press conference is not for you.
Then who?
Well, I heard that Pretty's been getting a lot of flack over this immigration thing. Why don't we put her in front of a room full of lefty millennial press, and then it'll be all over the news by 6.
She'll never agree to that.
Well, how about you do a bit first, and then pass it over to her?
You are good.
Thank you.
You know it'll be you one day, though.
I've known that since day one.
Pretty! Pretty!
Oh, yes, I am very pretty. Thank you very much.
No, I'm speaking to Miss Patel.
Oh, yes, sir. She's pretty fine as well. Ha 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 ha.
Hind Herbie from BuzzFeed.
Oh, yes. Herbie Hind. Nice to meet you.
Mr. Johnson, I'd like to ask you, what are you doing about the allegations of ongoing corruption within the Metropolitan Police and the handling of Vigil for Sarah Everard?
Ah, well, you see, the thing is, it was... Oh, I'm so sorry. I just remembered I actually don't need to be here. Oh, I think I think I've got COVID. Miss Patel will take the rest of the questions. Go get him, Tiger.
Next question, please.
Pretty. Herbie Hind from BuzzFeed. Now, all of our viewers who get their news exclusively from Twitter would like to know the important questions, like, what is the cup size?
Thanks for asking. I tend to use a Sports Direct cup. I find it fits more in. Next question, please. Miss Fischel from Plastics Magazine?
No, I was referring to Boris Johnson's cup size.
Oh, that's a 36 double D.
Oh, thank you.
Next question, please.
Yes, so our readers were wondering how long the second lockdown's going to last for.
Well, as we've said before, Miss Artificial, the lockdown will last as long as it needs to prevent anyone not white and not British from entering into the country.
I'm sorry, I thought this was about preventing the spread of coronavirus, not immigrants.
Oh, yes, COVID. Of course, that's what I meant. Next question, please.
Hello, The Guardian here.
Dick.
Oh, yes, that's right, Dictate. Although for future reference, I do go by my middle name, which is Yusuf. Do you think that the Prime Minister being ill is actually a cover for his timelessness and ineffectiveness to show the measures that should have been there for COVID?
I don't think you're expressing the flaws that actually exist here, Dick.
Could you not interrupt me, please?
I'm not interrupting you. I'm collaborating with you, orally.
At the same time?
Yes, at the same time. Together. Collaborative. I'm sorry, did you say your name was Yusuf? Immigration! We have a serious problem in this country. It's been a long time since British meant British. We have forgotten the good old days of the British Empire, back when it used to mean off, leave, sink the dinghy, visa, to Rwanda, deportation. Off, leave, sink the dinghy, visa, to Rwanda, deportation. Off, leave, sink the dinghy, visa, to Rwanda, deportation. Off, leave, sink the dinghy, visa to Rwanda, deportation. Off, leave, sink the dinghy, visa to Rwanda, deportation. She had it coming, she had it coming. She only had herself to blame. She shouldn't be here, thank God I've seen it. I bet you Stalin would have done the same. Amara Atara arrived in the UK in early 2020, fleeing an insurgent takeover in Afghanistan. What's a coward running away? We don't like cowards in this country. We like brave people, like Her Majesty, the Queen, Boris Johnson, or that woman who chased after her African grey parrot when it ran away. When she arrived, she needed food, clothes, and housing. How selfish! Why didn't she bring any of that with her? She was living in the south of Bradford when a friendly neighbour called the Home Office about her. When I got my hands on the case, she was off. She had it coming. She only had herself to blame. She shouldn't be here. Thank God I'd seen it. I bet you Vera would have done the same. Merrick Grabowski came to the UK with only one intention: to steal from the state. He came to steal our jobs, he came to steal our money, and send it back to another country. He has to leave.
Yeah, that's the problem here. They come here, they steal our jobs. What do I do for a job? No. I'm on the dole in it. I make more from that than some shit minimum wage job. Not worth my while. What? Yeah, but it's not his job to take.
I came to the UK because they needed immigrants for labour jobs. I left because I didn't feel welcome anymore. Like I wasn't welcome.
He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. He shouldn't be here. Thank God I'd seen it. I bet you Trump would have done the same. Various unnamed immigrants, families and children were trying to gain unlawful access to the United Kingdom by crossing over the English Channel, as the pesky French were allowing them to cross from Dover. But thankfully I'm sharp, really sharp, like the show with Sean Bean, so pop! Sink the dinghy. They shouldn't be here. Thank God I'd seen it. I bet Miss Leamy would have done the same. Nadia Zamoska fled the conflict in Ukraine in early 2022. She and her son Pedro sought visas to come into the country. Despite my early instincts and how difficult I made it, they managed to get in. Pedro started going to school and his English improved. Nadia found work in a local shop, trying to help the community she had become a part of. All thanks to the visas I gave them. She had it coming. She had it coming. She only had herself to blame. She shouldn't be here. Thank God I'd seen it. I bet you would have done the same. It was all going well for Nadia and her son. They were enjoying their lives in the new country and were starting to rebuild their lives. Until I sent them on a plane to Rwanda. Ah! She had it coming. She had it coming. She only had herself to blame. She shouldn't be here. Thank God I'd seen it. I bet you Putin would have done the same. She had it coming.
She had it coming.
They had it coming.
They had it coming.
They only had
themselves to blame.
She shouldn't be.
She shouldn't be.
Thank God I'd seen it.
Thank God I'd seen it.
I bet you Boris would have done the same. Sushil and Anjana's parents were born in Gujarat, India, before emigrating to Uganda, like many other Indians did at the time. In the 1960s, they came to the UK, before visionary Idi Amin gave 90 days for 27,200 people to get out, and the UK borders were flooded with Indian and Pakistani peoples. Sushil and Anjana's parents paved the way for everyone who came after them, and they should be deported.
Pretty, isn't that your grandparents you just deported?
Oh!
The dirty stuff. The dirty stuff. They had it coming. They had it coming.
They had it coming.
They only had
to
blame.
If you'd have chosen,
If you'd have chosen,
if you had voted,
you'd have voted.
I bet you would have done the same. They had it coming.
They had it coming.
They had it coming.
They had it coming.
They only had
to blame.
If you had chosen, if you had voted,
You'd have voted.
I bet you would have done the same.
to tell the House whether there was a party in Downing Street on the 13th of November?
No, but I'm sure that whatever happened, the guidance was followed and the rules were followed at all times.
He said to my colleague Catherine West that there had been no such parties, and clearly he knew there had because he was there at one.
I suppose the question that arises is why the Prime Minister seems to have got away with it.
I've just seen reports on Twitter that there was a Downing Street Christmas party on Friday night. Do you recognise it?
I went home. Hold on.
Would the Prime Minister condone having a Christmas?
What's the answer?
I don't know. I didn't want to ask. It was cheese and wine.
Is cheese and wine all right? It was a business meeting.
I'm joking.
This is recorded. This fictional party was a business meeting. And it was not socially distanced.
It was not a premeditated, organised party in that sense that the Prime Minister himself decided to have sent out. Well, he, as far as I can see, he was, in a sense, ambushed with a cake.
You've got to fight for your right to party. I wake up late for work because I don't want to go. My arms carry gleams such as stills and snow. Under this fucking rock, I try to say that it's work. Now even hard times Boris isn't some kind of jerk. You've got to fight for your right to party.
Sir, there's no escaping it now. They're gonna know that you had a party. They're gonna know that you broke the law that you created. Basically, you're fucked.
Unless?
What do you mean, unless?
Oh, unless there must be something else that people can get angry about. I can make more bullshit.
No, you've already put Prissy on a behind-the-scenes task.
Oh, well then who else is there? Who else is there that would want the attention and to take the limelight off me? So we say he can have £945 million to get people back out there and support business.
What's a stupid idea? You're going to let him give the public £849 million to slap out at Weatherspoons, get pissed and catch COVID in the process.
Sounds like a great night out. And Britty's got to take some slack. If there's one thing that man loves, it's being the slimy showman that everyone loves. Ugh.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. Rishi's got the purse strings and now I want some more. I'm gonna get some shares in the food store. The economy's dead, it needs some love. And now I'm here, help from above. I know how to save this country, honey. Get out, eat, drink, and spend some money. It'll cost millions for those with any senses. Don't worry, I only claim it on expenses. Don't party like taxes, you know it's coming. Just look at the showman I am becoming. I'll help you get out and the business flowing. Look at me though, tell me, do you wanna go? Do you love them up to me for free? Well, the economy is on its knees. Impossible comes true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show. Pay 50% of your bill, and the sun can't stop us now. The smile is infectious, this plan is infectious. This is the greatest show.
Hello and welcome to the Andrew Marr-E Show. Today we welcome Rishi Sunak, who is here to speak about Eat Out to help out. Thank you for joining us. Ha!
No need to thank me.
Ha! I didn't. Ha! How are you doing today, little man?
That's just a rumour. I'm in fact very, very tall.
Ah, Rishi, you have not stopped smiling all week. Do you think Eat Out to Help Out has been a success? Ha!
It absolutely has been. We have remotivated the country to go back to supporting local businesses and local shops.
Local? Like Pizza Express? Huh?
Well, not Pizza Express Woking for obvious reasons.
Ah, like Wagamama? Huh?
Well, yes, I actually did a shift there to help out once.
Like McDonald's? Huh?
Yes, support those local franchises.
Local franchises like Costa? Huh?
Again, yes, support those grassroots franchises.
Yes, but none of those businesses you've mentioned are actually local, but are in fact big players based outside of the UK. Ha!
It's meant to be motivation to go local and support and
get involved in those businesses that your friends have shares in.
As I've said, it's about levelling up the economy.
But the economy can't be levelled up. This is not Fortnite. How are we going to get the money to pay for this?
Well, there will be enough in taxes, and inflation will rise because of it. So, the government isn't paying for it, the public is. Well, no. I've made sure that anyone on a basic wage of over 45k won't have to pay any extra.
But that is not a basic income.
Sounds pretty, basic to me. Can't imagine having to live on that.
You should be floundering here, Mr. Sunak. Can you actually name any?
Pizza Hut, Pizza Hut, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Pizza Hut, McDonald's. Sorry, have I already said Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Thank you for joining us, Mr. Sunak.
Oh no. Boris, this is a fucking mess. What have you given me? I'm a bloody meme on the interweb. They'll never have me on Mar again.
Oh, don't worry, it'll all fly over. Remember, you're kickstarting the economy. Oh, and by the way, I've prepared a presentation for you. And there's a party up at the flat. Carrie just got some Edam and new wallpaper.
But...
You'll be fine, don't worry.
Hello everyone. Lovely to be with you all here today. I'm here to talk to you about, excellent. As you can see, I'm here to talk to you about a number of issues. Most notably, my plan for the economy and the economic recovery of our country post-COVID. Next slide, please. As you can see from the slide, the economy is on a downward slope. As a result of COVID, it is slumping. Next slide. Oh God. But as you can see, there is an increase on the way. It is a chance to level up, regain momentum in the economy. It will be hard, it will, but we will work hard to do it. Next slide. And I can say with confidence that local shops like those which sell these types of slides will be open to the public soon. Now, moving on from this imagery, I think that there will be a big swing back in the economy. And no, not just a middle class swing, but a system that for all is fair. Oh, dare I say next slide? Aye.
So, what you're saying is that there's some slides for some and other slides for others?
No. We simply must expect that some people's slides may go higher than others. Those who have higher slides have taken bigger risks and therefore should be rewarded for their risk-taking.
Rishi, can you explain about the Andrew Marr show incident, please?
Yes. I would like to address... No, not that type of dress. I would like to make it clear that what was said on the show was to show the range to which the economy can dip, as there isn't a reservation of money. It shows how much of a hit the pound can take if we do not try and level up the economy. I seem to be reaching the end of my available capacity. Thank you all. Why did you do that to me?
Oh shit. I told you, it's because people can't really know what's going on.
And what's really going on?
There's a party up at the flat.
Just know that when the time comes, I'm gonna quit so hard on you just when it matters the most.
Oh, I don't know. I reckon you'll end up doing it a couple of weeks too late and end up handing it to Liz Truss.
Do you even know that the last question they asked was about the ethics advisor?
Oh, Truth is in the ear of the beholder. No, ethics is in the ear of the beholder. What is it?
I'm pretty sure it's beauty.
It is beautiful, isn't it? Mm.
I'm trying to hold my breath. Let it stay this way. Can't let this moment end. You set off a dream. Getting louder now. Can you hear it echoing? Take my hand. Will you share this with me? 'Cause darling, without you, all the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough. Never be enough.
So close, isn't it? You can almost touch it. Go on. Go on. Keep dreaming, Rishi. Keep dreaming.
Well, the signs were all there. We're all doomed when we're that close to him. Rishi didn't jump soon enough and lost the premiership. Gove tried to chat shit about him and ended up in the shit. And Pretty was the easiest scapegoat ever. The immigrant that actually hated immigrants. Of course, Nadine Doris loved him so much and she'll never work again. But then there was me.
So I've managed to save you from that castle jaunt, but I don't know how I'm going to save you from this.
Save me? Since when have you had to save me? I'm always the one having to save you.
I got you a real eye test.
I spend every hour of every day doing something that distracts them and diverts their eyes from something you've done.
Cummings?
This is it, isn't it? Oh wow, I'm the only reason you're still here. You're just the face, I'm the real leader.
You couldn't lead shit into a drain. The reason why I'm still here is because I know how to play this politics game.
You don't know how to play politics. This is just a game of survival. You're playing fucking Survivor.
Yes, and I survived. Toupee and all. I'm going to reach the top, and I don't need you weighing me down. This is my Thunderdome, Dominic.
Oh, well done you. Hey, haven't you done well? Boris,
king of the world. Reaching the summit in this little glass elevator.
Calm down, Dr. Zeus.
Well, in reality, your elevator, even though it might be covered, surrounded in bullshit, is still made out of glass. And it will shatter. And when it does, you will fall so far, so far, that you'll fall further than anyone ever has before you. And there's nothing that you can do about it, because I won't be there. No, I won't be there to pick up the pieces. No shards in my hands, no little scratches, nothing.
My friend, you know I've got shit on you.
Oh, you're shit on everyone, but it's nothing on the shit that I've got on you.
Shit sticks. And you are the shittiest stick of all. You think I'm your big movie villain? You are. You think you're this great saviour of politics because you spoke to all of these people here and you had some coup with them. You know what you really masterminded? Me. I'm your dirt. I'm your great mistake. Goodbye, Dominic.
See you soon, Boris.
Before we finish, I have one question I really always wanted to ask you about in your public life. You're in the news a lot. Sometimes you see controversy. You're not afraid to take on the hottest issues of the day. Tell me the biggest mistake you've made in your public career and what you learned from it.
Well, my strategy is to litter my career with so many decoy mistakes. Nobody knows which one to attack. That's
Guys, thank you very much for coming to see Boris and the Bullshit Factory. If you're Bampot and Daphne, please do follow us on Instagram and let us know what you thought of our show tonight. We will be doing the Jungle Bonk, the adult panto, 13th to the 17th of December, as you can see those flyers here. We would absolutely love it if you come along and support us in December. We'd like to invite you now for a drink downstairs after we finish packing up for the evening. Thank you very much, guys. We're Bampot and Daphne. Thank you.